stop. Right now, walk to your window and look at your yard. Do you see weeds, dandelions, ivy crawling up the wall, chickweed spreading across the soil? Most people grab the gloves and pull them out. But what if those exact weeds were the only reason your neighbor's house stays cool all summer without ever touching the thermostat? Summer heat is getting more brutal every single year. The average American household now spends over $400 a year just on air conditioning. And for those of us over 50, the heat is not just discomfort. It is a real health risk. But here is what nobody is telling you. Plants, specifically the ones we pull out and throw away, are some of nature's most sophisticated cooling machines. They release moisture through their leaves in a process called evapotranspiration. They shade walls from direct solar radiation. They insulate brick and stone, and some of them release natural compounds that actually lower the felt temperature of the air around your home. Nature designed these systems long before the first air conditioner was ever built. Stay with me, because weed number 5 is the one that works from inside a pot, and you can place it right beside your bedroom window tonight. Here is the real problem. We were taught to strip our homes bare. Concrete driveways, trimmed lawns, sealed walls with zero coverage. And what does that create? A heat trap. Concrete absorbs solar radiation all day and releases it back into your rooms all night. That is why your house feels hotter at 10 p.m. than it did at noon. The energy industry built their entire business on that one fact. But the solution is not another machine. The solution has been growing in your yard, and you have been pulling it out. Nature heals in layers, and in this case, nature cools in layers too. Let's go through all 9, and exactly where to place each one. Gardeners pull this out by the handful, but purslane is one of the most water-retentive plants in the world. Its thick, succulent leaves store water and release it slowly throughout the day, cooling the soil and the air around your home's foundation. Plant it in dense mats around your perimeter. A cool foundation means a cooler floor above it, every single time. And stay with me, because weed number 7 is the one that acts as a natural shade screen and blocks the afternoon sun before it ever touches your walls. The dandelion's taproot goes 18 inches deep into the earth. That means it draws cool underground water upward and releases it through its leaves as vapor, measurably reducing the surrounding air temperature. Let a 4x4 patch grow freely along your north-facing wall. Stop calling it a problem. Start calling it your free cooling system. This is the indoor weed. Place a pot of wild mint near an open window, and something remarkable happens. Mint releases menthol compounds that create a measurable cooling sensation in the surrounding air. Not just a scent, a physical drop in felt temperature. Ancient Mediterranean households kept mint on every windowsill, not for cooking, for cooling. Place it east-facing to work with your morning ventilation. Chickweed forms a thick, moisture-rich mat across the soil. It stops the ground from overheating during those peak afternoon hours, and it blocks that stored heat from radiating back into your lower rooms at night. You can grow it as ground cover beneath windows and along pathways close to the house. What you call a nuisance, nature calls a heat barrier. This weed grows fast and tall, often 5 to 6 feet in a single summer. That height makes it a natural shade wall. You should plant it in a dense row along your west-facing fence line. It blocks brutal afternoon sun before it ever reaches your exterior walls. Grow it in clusters of 5 or more for maximum solar blocking. Most people mow it down the moment it appears. That is a mistake. Raise your hand if your driveway feels like a furnace in July, because weed number 8 is specifically designed to break that cycle. Not the banana, the broad, flat-leafed plantain growing in every neglected corner of your yard. Its wide leaves reflect sunlight instead of absorbing it. Planted along concrete paths and driveways, plantain breaks the radiant heat cycle, reducing the heat island effect that makes your yard feel like an open oven. Let it spread freely along your driveway edges. It is doing more work than you realize. Wild violet creates the densest ground cover on this entire list. It spreads in tight low mats that keep the soil cool and moist, even through heat waves. Plant it along the north and east sides of your foundation. Where the soil stays cool, the rooms above stay cooler. Nature is not complicated, it is simply ignored. Nature works in layers. One weed cools the soil, another cools the wall, another cools the air beside your window. Stack them together around your home, and you have created a self-regulating cooling system. No monthly bill, no machine to break down in July, no technician to call. This is not a theory, this is biology. And it has been working for thousands of years. Before this week is over, walk your yard. Identify which of these 9 weeds you already have. Do not pull them, relocate them, place them strategically on the walls, windows, and soil zones we covered today. And right now, drop a comment and tell me which of these 9 weeds is already growing in your yard, and which one surprised you the most. Share this video with someone who is still paying a $200 electricity bill every summer. They need to see this today. And if you want to keep learning what nature has always known, subscribe. Because what we cover on this channel, you will not find anywhere else.